All right, today we're doing the line tool. So you've seen the introduction to sketching videos, and we are now getting into our first tool in creating sketches. All right, I've got a canvas open in front of me, and the sketch is open already. I don't want that. So let's go to New Canvas here. I'm going to create a sketch. I'm going to select the top bottom plane. Okay, the XZ axis here. All right, you see my view cube is showing me the top, X and Z. Got my sketch palette open. And let's start off with the line tool. Now, I'm going to use my hand tool, the pan. I'm going to drag my screen down a bit, escape to get out of it. I'm going to draw my shape going up. So this just gives me a little bit more room to work with. Now, the line tool can be opened in several different ways. I'm going into my document settings. Yes, I'm set at millimeters. I wanted to check that first. Now, the line tool has a shortcut above the create drop down. You can hit the create drop down. Line tool is the first tool listed. Notice beside the line tool, it has the letter L. That means there's a keyboard shortcut. You can hit the keyboard, the L key. I think that's a better way of saying it. And that will open the line tool. You can also right click on the canvas and open the marking menu. That went a little fast. Click hover over sketch. It brings up and line tools listed on sketch. All right, so I'm going to hit the keyboard shortcut L. Notice how my pointer changed. It's now got the icon of the line tool underneath the mouse pointer. Notice now when I drag my mouse, how that blue square appears when I get over a point. That means my pointer is snapping to grid. We want to snap to grid. If yours is not doing that, you want to hit escape and get out of the line tool. You can go down to the nav down here, click on grid and snaps, check the snap to grid box. Okay. All right, I'm going to open the line tool again, and let's start drawing. All right, starting from the origin. Line tool is a 2-click to create a line, 2 clicks. You can continue to create multiple lines, continue clicking. So I'm going to click once. I'm going to go up to here. I'm going to click time. Actually, before I click, I want my distance to be 95 millimeters, and I want the angle to be 135 degrees. Okay, hit enter. I've drawn a line. Notice when I hit enter, the line tool closed. I got a couple sketch dimension lines. So there's my sketch dimension and the length of my line. I can click and drag it, move it down here out of the way. The angles are often in the way as well, so I can click and drag it and pull it down here so that those aren't in my design. All right, I'm going to open the line tool again. I'm going to snap it to the end of my first line. I'm going to click to start a new line. It's joined to the end of the line I created a minute ago. All right, click again. Now I'm coming this direction. I didn't close or open the line tool. It just continued for me. Even though I changed, let's go here and then here. Each time I'm clicking here, down to the axis here, and back to the origin. All right, so I have a shape. that I've created with the line tool. Notice it's enclosed. How do I know it's enclosed? Because it's highlighted in blue. Okay, line tool's still open. I hit escape, I've closed it. Now, these lines are blue. This line's black. This line's black because I created a dimension to it, okay? 95 millimeters at 135 degrees. This line now is also black. Well, it's constrained. All right, it's got a horizontal constraint to it. It's also perpendicular. This line cannot be adjusted. All right, it has to be, since I drew it along the axis, it has to be horizontal, and it also has to be perpendicular. That means I can't change that particular line. This line, though, can be changed. But notice, it retains, it stays vertical, and it retains its perpendicular, okay, relationship to the line here. But its distance has changed. This line can be adjusted, okay? They're blue. Lines that are black cannot be adjusted unless you click on the dimension. Double click, make it 100, 10, 100, and there, it extended. All right, that's a brief introduction there. Let's open a new canvas. Let's create a sketch. We're going to do it on the top bottom plane. Let's drag our screen down again using the pan tool. Escape out of that. Let's draw a couple lines. So I'm going to draw from the origin, 75 millimeters up, and 45 degrees. Hit enter. Let's get my dimension tools out, sketch dimensions out of the way. Let's draw a second line, 75 millimeters, 135 degrees. Hit enter. All right, let's drag this dimension line out of the way. I'll drag that a little farther down. Now, I need a center point that is 75 millimeters vertical from the origin. All right, I could put a point there because I've got a measurement on the screen, but that's, we may or may not have that where we're drawing. What we can do to get a dimension, create a measurement line, which is not part of our design, we can turn on construction. And that will allow us to draw a line, but it won't be part of our design. It won't enclose a sketch, okay? It can't be used for an extrude, but it can give us a measurement of distance. So to do this, I'm going to my sketch palette in line type, and I'm going to turn on construction. And I'm going to draw a line from the origin up 75 millimeters and click. Escape out of the tool. Notice the line is dashed, okay? That tells me it's a construction line. It gives me a point here at 75 millimeters that I can use in my design. Let's turn construction off. Let's turn on the line tool. Let's click on the center point and drag across, and let's create an arc. And there we are, okay? Go back to our point, click, let's go up, and there I'm creating another arc. Escape. And you have created a heart. You can give that to your moms if you like. Um, the arc tool, remember, if you have your line tool, I guess I should have explained that a little better. In the line tool, if you click and drag, now I must have let it go and slip. You click your line tool, there we are, and it will create an arc. Okay, if you don't let go of it, click, hold the mouse button down, drag, it creates an arc. Okay, I think I covered that in one of the intro sketching videos. So you could also use the arc tool, the 2-point arc, to create that. But the line tool is kind of a shortcut in doing that. All right, so we have our part in place. Now, there's going to be a second part to the lines tutorial where we're going to create a shape and then apply a feature to it. You'll need to take screenshots of you following me in creating the shape and heart. Make sure that you always include your initials up here in your screenshot so I know that it's yours. It was done on your account. If they're not there, you don't get any credit. You'll get a 0. Or am I going to give 5? A 5 out of 100 to indicate that you didn't include the initials showing it's your work. That would distinguish it from not turning in the assignment. So 0 would be not turning it in. 5 is a incomplete submission without your initials. All right, so we're going to finish up here, and I'm going to start part 2, where we create a shape and apply a feature.